Since the last few years of the BCS era, Alabama-LSU has been one of the best, most important matchups on the college football schedule every year, and nothing has changed. The stakes remain super high. LSU is unbeaten, gunning for the SEC championship and more, and Alabama has that loss to Ole Miss. No margin for error left for the Crimson Tide, but they've still got everything to play for. They're in the race. So the question is, can Alabama slow down Leonard Fournette? And can LSU stop Derrick Henry? And will either team be able to pass effectively enough to win? Whoever can answer yes gets a huge boost toward big goals. To say Clemson is the ACC's best hope for the playoff is true, but it's not going far enough. So far, the unbeaten Tigers have looked like one of the nation's most complete teams. Explosive offense, good defense, the kind of team that might win it all. But here comes their biggest test of the season so far. Since losing to Georgia Tech on that crazy blocked field goal, we haven't heard a lot about Florida State. But with a win at Clemson, the Seminoles would control their destiny in the ACC's Atlantic Division, and they'd be right back in the thick of the playoff chase. Despite all that attrition on defense, TCU continues to roll as Trevone Boykin and Josh Doctson lead that explosive offense. The Horned Frogs are unbeaten. They're in the thick of the Big 12 and the playoff races. But what about Oklahoma State? It's not fair to say the Cowboys haven't been tested. They have been, against mostly mediocre competition, but they've passed. They're unbeaten. And while they've been the other team in conversations about the Big 12 race, they get TCU, Baylor, and Oklahoma in Stillwater this month. It's all laid out for them. Against the Frogs, we begin to find out if the Cowboys are for real. And now it's time for the best rivalry in college. Oh, sorry, that's for a January video. But Duke, North Carolina football carries plenty of meaning this year. The last time we saw Duke was on the wrong end of that 8 lateral kickoff return by Miami and the ACC's complete botching of the situation. The outcome will not and should not be reversed. But Duke still has every opportunity to win the ACC's Coastal Division. North Carolina is atop the Coastal. The Tar Heels have won 7 in a row since that inexplicable loss to South Carolina in the season opener. The winner takes the lead in the division race, and the ACC has to be hoping that one way or another, the Miami debacle won't matter. Notre Dame's escape at Temple is impressive in many ways, including this. Deshaun Kaiser, who wouldn't even be playing if it weren't for the injury to Malik Zaire, just keeps making critical plays. And Notre Dame just keeps winning, which makes the playoff race that much more intriguing. Coming off a loss to North Carolina, can the Panthers bounce back? And are they ready for an even more difficult challenge?